on a very special Come Dine With Me.
I didn't bake my bread. I didn't make my own pastry. I didn't catch my fish, by the way.
What the hell?
No one knows hosting better than waiters. So this week, 5 servers will spend 5 days
Watch your pro, watch your pro. You don't want to miss it.
in a battle like none other.
They should all be afraid, very afraid.
Game over!
I think I'm just really sensitive.
Full of tips,
Yeah, that's on fire.
When there's smoke, keep low to the ground.
tricks, and a few flips.
Let's hope it's not pandemonium here tonight.
In the quest for a $1,000 cash prize, this is Come Dine With Me, War of the Waiters.
I'm done waiting. This is my time.
In Toronto, there are over 8,000 restaurants and bars that pull in almost $6 billion a year. So we decided to go to the front of the lines and line up 5 top-of-the-line waiters to find out who will tip the scales. And hosting tonight is career server, 42-year-old Craig Abraham.
As in Lincoln.
Ba-dum-bum.
That kind of went over like a fart in church.
You said it.
I've been known to talk a lot. I've actually had talked the legs off a chair last week.
But tonight, it's put up or shut up.
I've made a menu that's so idiot-proof, even I can't screw it up.
With the exception of his dessert, flourless chocolate cake. Because
I have not made this before.
what's the worst that could happen?
I could light the house on fire, someone could have a heart attack, I could blow a nut.
Craig starts off filling up a pot with water. So far, so good.
We're doing a bain-marie.
And then he breaks up a bar of Belgian dark chocolate.
I think everybody likes chocolate.
I don't like dark chocolate.
Meet contestant number 2, 23-year-old sports bar babe Jenevieve Narbay, the host of Day 4, who's in the biz for a good time, not a long time.
Trying to be a photographer, trying to be like an amazing dancer.
And add to her savings.
In my eyes, it's essential to tip 18%. So when I get the 15, it's like, why?
Maybe because servers drink too much?
This happens to be a little orange liqueur.
Craig, why are you drinking so early?
Why not?
Because it gives him the shakes?
Think I'm all right? Yeah, I think I'm good.
That's not the alcohol, it's your nerves.
I think it's a little combination of both.
Hopefully that won't interfere with beating the eggs.
As opposed to treating it like a prison lover or an adopted redheaded stepchild, it's a light beating that you need here. It's not like it owes you money.
That's somebody I wouldn't hang out with.
But then, contestant number 3 and host of Day 3, Ryan Egan, a fusion bistro server and wannabe actor, doesn't get out much.
My time is pretty much occupied by my 2 cats, vodka and soda.
So what you're saying is,
I'm a catch.
not to mention talented.
I'm good at 2 things. One of them's waiting tables. The other one you'll have to find out later.
Right after we find out if Craig's first ever cake turns out.
Can't be that tough.
No, because all he has to do is add in sugar and stir while his oven preheats.
Yeah, I forgot to preheat my oven.
Oops.
So that's fun.
Not.
I don't compete for fun. It's the real deal for me.
Meet casual fine dining goddess and the host of the final night, Katherine McRae, who prides herself on looking pretty nifty for 50.
I like to train 3 days a week and stay in good shape.
Cheers to being well pickled.
I don't drink, by the way.
Control issues?
I want full control.
I might just give up.
Because straining the cake batter is so time-consuming.
I've had relationships that were less time than this.
So Craig dumps the unsieved batter in, lumps and all.
This is like sex. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. So
Craig pops it into the oven to bake and moves on to his raspberry compote.
I don't know what that means.
Craig?
I don't know. I just thought I'd use a fancy word for it.
Don't you guys work in restaurants?
We're people pleasers. We're codependent. We all have issues.
You mean like smoking over the stove? Hopefully Craig's appetizer of garlic shrimp in a melange of herbs won't be a drag.
I thought melange was Beyonce's sister.
It's a fancy way of saying mix.
And the host of Tomorrow Night, 24-year-old Marsha Courneya, should know from fancy, because she works at a European bistro, and she doesn't kid around.
My favorite thing about waiting tables is mistreating children. As in, I give them more sugar than I know they're allowed to have.
Says the Ice Queen.
I've quit places for walking into walk-in fridges and finding out that everything that they serve is frozen.
But everything Craig's using is fresh tonight. Well, except for his dried oregano, rosemary, and basil. But hey, only a real foodie would know the difference.
I love all types of food. I love especially fresh ingredients.
Smell you.
Smells like angels coming in my nose.
Yeah! Anyway, moving on to Craig's main course, he's serving salmon Wellington tonight.
So I guess that means salmon in pastry, like beef Wellington.
Give the lady a prize, because Craig's going to the fishmonger for the catch of the day.
Can you help me out?
Absolutely, buddy.
Fantastic.
Right
What do you
here
got?
we got our East Coast Canadian Atlantic salmon. And this is from Nova Scotia. And then over here we have some wild red spring from BC.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Atlantic.
Perfect. Oh, this is a beautiful piece of fish, Craig. Your guests are going to love it.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I don't like salmon. Like, I would never eat salmon because I think it tastes like
Like what?
fish.
Touché. Craig starts on his Wellington by...
Finally chopping our shallots.
Applause, applause.
I'm impressed with myself.
I mean, that's hard, right? Using a knife.
If you think you can cut it in the kitchen, then head to WNetwork.com for all of Craig's server specialties.
These people are screwed.
Actually, you will be if your oil doesn't reach the right viscosity.
Nice word, viscosity. I like that. I don't get to use it as much as I'd like.
Just fry the shallots, Craig.
Oh, they sound happy. They sound happy.
But how does a creamy dill sauce for the salmon sound to everyone?
It looks pretty good.
If there's dill on the salmon, I won't eat it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like Craig's going to be taking a risk.
Are you kidding me? You know, I've fried bacon naked, okay? That's the type of risk taker I am.
Good, because there's nothing more risky than putting a $1,000 tip in front of 5 professional hosts.
Put this on your tab. I'm winning.
I don't need a chef or a busboy.
Game on.
I'm going to be taking orders for destruction.
I'm about to serve up some whoop ass.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
Cheers, biggers.
Craig comes out of his shell,
Gross.
but his guests go back in time.
I immediately felt like I was on the set of that 70s show.
We've combed the city's restaurants and bars for the best hosts in town. And tonight, they'll all come together for the first time ever as 5 servers face off. And leading the week is Craig, who's not too keen on being called a server at all.
We wait for our guests. We wait for them to decide what they want. We wait for them to order. We wait for them to pay, and then we ultimately wait for them to leave. This is why we're waiters.
Which is also why Craig wastes no time in changing into his best duds to greet first guest, 23-year-old party girl Jenevieve.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm
Genevieve.
good. Genevieve, Craig, it's a pleasure.
Craig, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Come on in. We're out back this evening.
So far, so good, Craig.
Gross.
Craig or the garden gnomes?
I don't like gnomes, actually.
Why not?
Just looking at you and glaring at you.
Hopefully Craig's next guest will be a little more comfortable at his gnome sweet gnome.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan, Craig, nice to meet you.
For you?
Oh, thank you, my friend.
Friend?
He looked like maybe he was about to be in a high school, like, prom band with the shirt open and the double earrings.
Watch it, Poindexter.
I love the bow tie.
I thought that it looked horrible.
And look who's next through the door.
Marsha, absolute
Nice to meet
pleasure.
Ditto.
I was so excited to just get it over with so that we could meet people, get it done, and then I could just get my money.
Sorry, it's not going to be that easy.
Nice to meet you.
Isn't it, though?
So you know those videos or those dirty movies with the librarian that, like, shakes her hair off and gets... That's Marsha. You watch.
No, but you sound like you do.
Next!
So who do we think is coming next?
I'm guessing another female.
Are you?
He wants another female. He'd love to have another female.
I wouldn't mind. But hey, we could throw another guy in here too, sure.
I'd like to get another guy in here.
Okay.
Whoa. Just
what?
saying.
Apparently the current crop isn't doing it for you, right?
Whoa. Speak for yourself.
No.
She did.
I just don't like people.
Who doesn't like people? Especially next guest, fine dining Katherine.
I'm Katherine.
Hi, Katherine. Craig.
Nice to meet you, Craig.
Welcome.
Settle down, Craig.
He was actually shaking and kind of perspiring.
Katherine, Marsha, Genevieve, and Ryan.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Genevieve.
Hi, Genevieve.
You young thing.
I was very shocked by her. Like, is she a server?
You all are. Isn't that wonderful?
Awesome.
I'm feeling positive. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun this week.
Yeah, right.
They have ulterior motives for sure.
Uh-oh, Jen's not a happy camper.
Isn't it great when you could like think about working at a restaurant and it feels like it was summer camp?
Yeah, those days are long gone.
Yeah, I kind of lost that a while ago.
Generation gap.
I feel like the counselor now.
Yeah.
I feel like the old man in the woods scaring the children.
But regardless,
May the best person win.
For sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Let the games begin.
and with that, Craig heads into the kitchen to prepare his shrimp for the app.
I split the backs of these and I take the poop sacks out.
Ew.
I don't want to eat it, so I wouldn't give it to my guests.
Unless they were prepared to eat in the garage.
The man cave?
Yeah,
The
I love
garage
it.
cave?
I don't want to leave.
I immediately felt like I was on the set of that 70s show.
I think this is probably somewhere where he goes when he gets in trouble. That's why he's probably made it so nice that he gets kicked out here.
This is
Definitely.
the doghouse.
The doghouse.
Not the man cave. This is the doghouse for sure.
Someone gave me the choice to hang out inside the house or in the man cave. Man cave every time, boys.
If only to use his naked man pen.
Clue number one, Inspector Clouseau.
And we thought he was a man. So
No
he's
wonder
a
he
man's
keeps thinking
man.
you and I are gonna have such a great time. Well, I'll take that.
I thought Ryan was hilarious.
He certainly doesn't blend into the background like some people.
Marsha, where'd you go? Seriously, it's like you totally blend in with this wallpaper.
I was traumatized.
Then just wait until you see Craig's store-bought bread.
I didn't bake my bread. I didn't make my own pastry. I didn't catch my fish, by the way. The shrimp, I didn't net.
Tisk, tisk.
I ain't the best cook.
Exhibit A. Craig's shrimp swimming in oil and butter is ready to serve.
All plated, ready to go. This is it.
Fingers crossed.
There you are, miss.
Thank you.
Anything you'd like to share with the class, Missy?
I didn't like the appetizer.
But you haven't even tasted it yet.
It looked like a soup. Like, it looked like one of those hot and sour soups you get from like a 24-hour Chinese restaurant.
Like where they don't even bother to take the shells off first?
I left the shells on for more flavor.
So there.
That comment comes from someone who doesn't cook.
And this one comes from someone wearing a bib.
Because I didn't want to get anything on my dress.
Obviously.
Sometimes you can overcook shrimp really easily, so they cook really perfectly.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoy.
Enjoy might be a stretch.
It was a mess. It was a disaster for Tim to eat.
This is amazing. I just feel as though it's just a little bit too oily. But other than that, it tastes amazing.
Well, good. I'm glad you enjoy the flavors.
Yeah, about those flavors.
They seem to be dried herbs to me, not fresh herbs. But are they dried or are they
Well,
fresh?
actually, it's a combination of both. I use the thyme, rosemary, oregano, and basil out of my garden.
No, you didn't.
I also had to use a little dried rosemary and a dried oregano because I didn't have enough from my garden.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not a huge deal.
Speak for yourself.
I knew it was bull.
Catherine, she's going to be the one that's a tough nut for me.
That's in the past. It's the future that counts.
I'm reading the shrimp shells? Okay, well, I can't really stay for very long because, I have other transcendental dimensions to get to.
What the hell?
Just go with it.
It looks like you have really cool glasses. Oh, wow, I was right. Also, these shrimp shells are telling me that in your future there is an uneaten shrimp that will haunt you if you don't eat it. So.
I have a feeling if I eat that shrimp, it'll also haunt me.
Or Craig, for that matter.
Cheers, big ears.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
I will get up and punch you in the face.
Marsha.
Game over!
It's our first night with 5 rowdy restaurant staffers. And waiter Craig is sauteing his veg and egg washing his Wellingtons.
We're just hoping for a little bit of pop here.
Thanks for clearing that up. Now, if only you had cleared the table.
Doesn't the server in you, whenever you're at a restaurant, want to stack while you're at the table? Just put all the plates together and put them to the
it's
side?
like you want to get rid of them.
Yeah.
But I hate it when people stack their plates because they think that they're doing you a good deed. But really, you're causing me a lot of.
Cranky much?
She got upset about it.
Craig doesn't mind.
I don't have a problem with it at all.
Low standards, yay!
He's a little rough around the edges.
Hence the gussied up garage.
How many days a week do you spend in the man cave?
Okay, well, my record was a week and a half with just coming in during the day for a shower.
You're in trouble.
Oh, she was really pissed at me.
What did you do?
Oh, yeah, what didn't I do?
Yeah, I bet he broke a gnome.
Newly single for the first time in my adult life.
You've never been single before?
I have had a boyfriend since I was 17. I am now 24.
Same boyfriend?
Yeah, that's
Two.
my question.
Oh, two boyfriends.
At the same time?
There was no overlap.
Were they brothers?
Plead the fifth, Marsha.
They were brothers!
Awkward silence.
Way too much information.
Craig plates a dill cream sauce onto the plates, fans out the salmon Wellington, adds the veggies, and it's ready to serve.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Your main course of the evening.
Thank you.
Gramps.
The presentation was very family style.
Something you'd get on a Sunday night at Grandma's place.
Bon appetit.
Thank you.
Your sauce is lovely. It's very complimentary with the salmon.
Well, thank you.
And is it a bechamel?
I started with the bechamel. Yeah,
Okay, you started with the bechamel and just,
And then I just added.
Lots and lots of dill. Mmm.
I cannot even look at dill without getting nauseous.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's like if I was on the floor fainting, don't get the smelling salts, go get dill, and I will get up and punch you in the face. Like, that's how I feel about dill. It was like molten lava on the plate that if I touched it, I was just gonna die.
Sounds a bit dramatic.
Yeah, don't you just hate picky eaters?
I don't like salmon, and I was nervous about having it because I don't generally like it, but I'm gonna eat the whole thing. I think it's really great. I think you did a good job.
We have a salmon convert.
I'll never eat salmon again.
We're all servers here. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna start with Catherine. What's the most unusual request you've had from one of your guests?
Oh, I had a customer once ask me if I could get him a number for, like, the ladies of the night.
That's ridiculous.
And I didn't give him my number either.
Game over!
More like game on.
Okay, what we do is each person is down the hall and comes out and approaches the table like the other four guests.
And first up is Jenevieve.
So my name is Jenevieve. I'm gonna take good care of you guys today.
Hi,
just to let you know, today's soup of the day is blah, 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 blah. And can I get you something to drink?
Golf clap.
Genevieve's approach was probably very typical.
And Marsha's?
Good evening. Is everyone enjoying the sparkling vista this evening?
Absolutely.
Let me sit on your lap. What can I get you, my dear?
Oh, a little bit more than that.
Marsha.
Hey, good evening. How's everyone this evening?
Very good, thank you.
Fantastic. Let's see. While we have you here, can we start you off with some water?
That's it?
Mr. Fine Dining waiter. Whatever.
Did somebody order a pizza? Figure that one out, boys.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
It's kind of an insult.
bitter, table for one.
You're in your wrong profession.
It's the first night in a special week where we find out which of these 5 servers can take the heat and get into the kitchen. And tonight, Craig just has to serve his dessert.
As soon as this is plated and out, I'll feel like a baby does when he his diaper. Like, it's just so much relief. It's absolutely fantastic. That's the way I'm gonna feel.
So Craig covers up the plate with raspberry compote, adds a slice of dark chocolate torte, tops with whipped cream, and the last course is ready to serve.
Genevieve,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome, dear.
Ooh.
Is that a good ooh?
Straight off the bat, I knew I wasn't going to like the dessert. I don't like dark chocolate.
But there's whipped cream with...
Basil leaf, but just for garnish.
Who puts basil on whipping cream?
people who are doing their best in great.
Well, I thought Katherine was harder than there. You did a great job. It's better than I could do.
I inhaled the cake. It's already gone.
So that might tell me how you enjoyed it.
That happens a lot.
Hey, nobody's perfect.
Generally, at this point in my life, when I get a bad tip, I deserve the bad tip.
Okay, thank you for saying that.
I deserve it.
I appreciate that.
Because I know I work with other waiters, like, I can't believe this person only tipped me $4. And I was like, I can.
Sometimes you got a guy that tips you $5 on 100, and it's not your fault.
I get that. But,
Yes.
but then the next guy is going to tip you 20 on 30. So it all works out at the end.
So you're paying to serve that guy that treated you.
I get that.
like shit.
Yeah, I know. But if that's all that you're thinking about, then I think that
You're in the wrong profession.
Calm down, kids.
I'm right, you're wrong, so just relax.
Not gonna happen.
all you're thinking about is that, oh man, I'm gonna have to tip out on $5 and this and this and this. I think that you need to move on and just say, that happened, let's make 20 bucks on the next table.
If your personality is I'm gonna treat this guy the way I would like to be treated, I'm gonna give them the utmost best respect and service they deserve.
I get that.
And they give you $5 back, it's kind of an insult.
That was a little weird.
That comes from lack of experience in the industry.
It is a delicate balance.
Oh my God!
Craig did an amazing job.
I can't see a goddamn thing.
I just wanted to see some plates break.
Would you settle for a heart?
I think that I'm gonna get 8s and 9s tonight.
You wish.
Tonight, Craig deserves a 7.
Mediocre food, average night, so a 6.
Tonight was great, so I give him an 8. Boom!
Craig is a nice guy, but this competition is about cooking. I'm giving him a 6.
So old school Craig proves he still has a lot to learn with 27 points.
I think that I have it in the bag.
Oh, I'm winning. I don't want to win. I know I'm gonna win.
We're gonna have fun, we're gonna laugh, and they're gonna be talking about it for years. Like crabs.
I'm gonna take it all.
This is how I set the table. Fork on the left, $1,000 on the right. Good night.
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me, Marsha's game.
This is a winning choice for me, but not for the elk.
But will there be blood?
I broke a wine glass.
I'm bleeding!
As the beat goes on with Come Dine With Me, War of the Waiters.
Don't forget to tip your waitress and try the fish.
Tonight, it's a special edition of Come Dine With Me.
I'm not ready for this.
No one knows hosting better than waiters. So this week, 5 servers will spend 5 days.
Watch a pro, watch a pro. You don't want to miss it.
In a battle like none other.
They should all be afraid, very afraid.
Game over!
I think I'm just really sensitive.
Full of tips.
Yeah, that's on fire.
When there's smoke, keep low to the ground.
Tricks. And a few flips.
Let's hope it's not pandemonium here tonight.
In the quest for a $1,000 cash prize. This is Come Dine With Me, War of the Waiters.
Forget 20%. Tonight, I'm going for 100.
It's the second day of our special server week, and hosting tonight is Marsha, who insists that there's more to her than waiting tables.
I like things, possibly stuff also. Yeah, that's pretty much sums me up.
Nothing else?
Well, one time at a restaurant where I worked at previously, I tried to fit in one of the high chairs. That didn't go very well. I got stuck.
Boo-hoo.
I know I come off as like a stable, sort of put together person a lot of the time, but I'm just not.
Oh, pull yourself together, will ya?
And boom.
Here's tomorrow night's host, Ryan, an actor/server who sees this as more than a hosting challenge.
To see how I would come across if I just tried just being myself and quit apologizing for being myself, because I think I have for a long time. So, here it is.
Yippee!
Ryan's just a bundle of joy.
But then again, 23-year-old Jenevieve, the host of Night 4, is too busy being young and fun to have much empathy for personal struggles.
Tequila fixes all your problems.
That's typical server mentality, right?
But the host of the final night, fine dining Katherine, is anything but typical.
I don't generally like very many people.
That's not a problem for me.
Maybe not today, but last night when Craig hosted his party, it was, because Katherine turned her nose up at the shrimp soup.
It wasn't soup, it was oil. They were sitting in oil.
I thought it went great.
Think again. Craig only rallied up 27 points, which should be no problem for Marsha, except that...
I cannot predict my behavior before it happens. It just sort of happens.
Come on, it can't be that bad.
I made up this game show one time called You're an Idiot, where I played the host and just told everybody this.
Alrighty then.
I cannot, for the life of me, figure out Marsha.
She's a weird girl.
With a menu to match, because for dessert, she's serving lemon ice pops and ginger snaps?
How Marsha is that?
Very, but I'm sure the recipe's tried and true.
No, I made it up.
Well, this should be fun. Marsha combined sugar and lemon juice.
Love lemon flavor, especially around the rim of a glass when you throw vodka in it.
Sorry, Craiger, there's no vodka in this, just buttermilk and salt that will be whisked.
Until the sugar dissolves. It should probably take only about an hour or two.
Maybe you should have chosen something else, just saying.
Well, I picked ice pops because I really like to say ice pop.
Marsha pulls the lemon ice into molds, puts them in the freezer to set, and moves on to her ginger cookies.
I hope she's making them herself.
Oh, don't you worry. She's even grating the ginger by hand.
So that excites me.
Who doesn't like ginger?
And I was kind of partial to Marianne.
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
And so you should be, considering Marsha's gas stove.
That starts clicking. Go in here.
And what's next, Sylvia Plath?
Bam, oven on.
Bam, mixer clogged.
Why?
And bam, bam, dough lumpy.
I also forgot to add the molasses.
Boom. Marsha adds the molasses to the cookie dough and mixes by hand. Ooh, no one's gonna want to eat that.
I can eat absolutely anything, so as long as it's not on a shingle, I'll be good.
What about a hand and not a shingle?
Don't be gross.
Said the person who's serving elk, kale, and parsnips to 4 strangers tonight.
What part of the elk? Like, oh, I don't even like saying elk. I don't want to talk about it.
I just hope I won't have to kill the elk myself.
Nope, the Alberta rancher's already done the dirty work.
Super lean, really high in protein. This stuff's pretty much free range.
So I've never cooked elk before. I'm just wondering if you could give me some tips.
Yeah, sure. Just really quick in a really hot pan, maybe 10 seconds aside, and then pop it in a 400-degree oven. It's gonna take you probably about 25 minutes.
Until it's nice and elky.
This is not what I had expected.
Kale surprise.
For me? You shouldn't have.
I think kale is fantastic.
Hopefully there's some left over after Marsha's done throwing it on the floor.
That didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
So mad.
That makes me a little nervous.
Save the jitters for the app, folks, because Marsha's making tarte tatin, or as she likes to call it.
Tap, tatin.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a tart.
I love every type of tart. I love young tarts, old tarts.
How's about fictional tarts?
Basically, I made it up.
Because instead of the normal apple and caramel, Marsha's making her tarte tatin with bacon, fontina cheese, and burnt onions.
It's clearly burning.
Clearly.
I foresee myself not eating too much today.
Marsha rolls out her homemade pastry, fills the tart shells with the onions, chopped figs, mounds of bacon, cheese, and tops with walnuts.
They are the forgotten soldiers. They went to war. Nobody expected them to come back. And when they did come back, they had already been replaced by other nuts. It's a very sad story.
If you want to throw a storybook dinner party with a happy ending, go to WNetwork.com for all of Marsha's recipes.
It's always a good time.
Marsha tops the tarts off with homemade pastry, lights her oven once again, and reveals her secret weapon.
You may be wondering where I got this beer. Well, right here, my very own keg.
3-point stance, boys. Let's go.
Bring it on, Marsha. Bring it on.
I'm hungry, so let's eat.
I'm in it to win it. Boom.
Hello, I'd like to make a reservation tonight for one and winning. Good night.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
We are dining in Sarajevo.
it's the war to end all dinner parties.
Nothing says fun like the world wars.
It's the second day of our special Waiter Week that has 5 servers battling it out for a $1,000 tip. And with her table set, all Marsha has left to do is throw on her hosting chapeau and greet her first guest, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
You look like a flight attendant.
But in a good way.
I was expecting outrageousness, and I was not let down.
And you haven't even seen the keg yet.
You have a keg
I
up
have a
here?
keg for this evening, yeah.
High five. Oh, well.
Bell. Saved by the bell, girl. Saved by the bell.
Actually, it was a knock by none other than Knockout Katherine.
Hi, Marsha.
Good evening.
Good evening. This is for you, my dear.
very much.
How are you this evening?
Look for yourself.
Their little see-through outfit on. Their little panties underneath. Hi, Marsha.
The unflappable.
I'm calm as a still blue ocean.
Sure you are.
I think that girl will have a mugshot one day.
Probably right beside next guest, party girl and sports bar babe, Jenevieve.
Good, nice to see you again.
Nice seeing you.
And your friendly pillow.
This thing just vibrated.
Lucky you.
It wasn't a very pleasant, vibrating kind of motion at all. Not enjoy that.
Katherine, on the other hand,
Get in there, girl. Yeah.
seems to like it.
I guess I kind of do.
She frightens me.
Just a little less than the final guest, old school waiter Craig.
Well, hello.
It's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Now, where's the booze?
I think Craig might have had a couple of cocktails before he showed up.
Which would explain his hostess gift.
That is some dried corn.
Indeed it is.
Okay.
That worked for me.
But will tonight's theme?
We are dining in Sarajevo.
And I'm like, oh, what?
Yay! World War I theme.
Oh, boy.
I've made everybody a military armband to wear.
Oh, that's so cool.
Not really.
Nothing says fun like the World Wars.
What the hell are you thinking?
She wasn't.
So I hope everyone's been reading over their grade 10 history notes like I have.
They didn't pay attention in history class. So sorry, Mr. Adams.
Don't worry about it. Because while Marsha throws her tarts into the oven, it's Craig and Ryan who are going to be sorry they found her screenplay.
Carnival in Mexico Day.
Well, I've definitely got the hat for the Mexico.
Which means Craig gets the part of the wacky Mexican clown.
Wacky would be a great way to put it.
Okay, deep breath.
Action.
Hey, are you in line?
Yes.
Pardon me, I have bad ears.
Yes, I'm in line.
For the popcorn?
What? Worst script ever.
But will everyone make a scene over Marsha's upside-down tarts?
I'm impressed.
Time to find out. Marsha's appetizer is served.
Oh.
Yummy.
She did a great job with the presentation.
Have at it.
Or as a gracious host would say, bon appetit and enjoy the tart.
I love it. Love bacon. Bacon with cheese. It's delicious.
And flaky.
The pastry was actually amazing. I really, really liked it.
But
I think I got a little bit of your cat hair in my food, though.
I'd like to pretend that that's an unusual occurrence.
But sadly, it's not.
Pretty sure I've eaten just more disgusting things.
Like the salad, for example.
What salad?
Liked it that much, eh? Moving on to Craig and his beloved tart.
I think this is awesome. I love his fontina. It was the cheese he used. I thought it was brilliant. Beautiful mixture. I really find it fun, dancing off my tongue. It's a great. You did a great job.
Hear that, Katherine?
This is the deal with Craig. As soon as he started talking, I tune him out.
Well, you can dress him up.
I wear a lot of costumes on a daily basis. I don't know.
On a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
Oh, are you kidding me?
She's not.
I've worn garbage bags to the grocery store before.
No
You've never just
way.
wanted to do that? Just put on a garbage bag and run down the street?
Nope.
If she saw me at the grocery store, she was in wearing her bag and she tried to say hello to me, it would not go over well. I will tell you this much. Does this outfit tonight have a name?
Martenska Arenia Rinieta Sigienti Hartenska Aristov. That's her name, the Russian.
Okay, thanks for sharing that.
Whatever floats your boat.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, blood's gushing.
Ah! Ow!
And the claws come out.
It's just a cat.
Tonight, Marsha's hosting a World War I dinner party complete with blood?
Ah! Ow! Oh, God! Just kidding.
Oh, phew. It's just elk blood.
I like my men like I like my meat. Dead.
Meow.
Who's a pretty girl?
Careful, Rye. She looks pretty scrappy.
Well, I like to think of myself as a bit of a cat whisperer. She's not gonna hurt me.
Some cat whisperer you turned out to be.
All of a sudden, whack, right across the face, right?
I'm bleeding.
At least you're not burning.
Yeah, that's on fire.
Ms. Laissez-faire chops up apples and sautés them with kale and gets going on her parsnip mash.
I was starving.
Which means you'll just appreciate Marsha's pomegranate and port jus even more.
It smells like cauterized wounds and gangrene.
Yummy! Marsha's gargantuan elk chops are ready to serve.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Flintstone.
The elk looked pretty good, looked pretty meaty. A lot of meat, tons of meat.
I hope you like it.
Or at least like to work out your arm muscles. Come on, guys, get in there.
I tried like the front cut, I tried a side cut, I tried to sneak up behind the bastard.
Anybody have a bow saw?
That probably wouldn't help.
Trying to get through this thing was like trying to get through a women's prison. This thing was just brutal.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. It's only a piece of string.
Mine has 2 pieces of string.
I can't handle this.
Join the club.
That was not a good choice of meat.
I love...
Nothing about this meal.
I know a guy named Kale, and he tasted better than that. The potatoes are delicious.
But who can't make mashed potatoes?
Or give a compliment.
I thought that I really liked kale, but I mean...
I thought I really liked kale.
I thought that I did. I actually thought I liked kale, but then I tried it.
And then I tried yours.
And then, shit, I'm not done. I'm not done. I actually genuinely really, really liked it.
I give you a lot of credit for trying elk.
I think that's totally cool. It's just top notch. And company and drinks are great.
Considering it is a World War I party and all.
I wanted to do a little game after dinner. We all have our countries in front of us. I'm really into revisionist history, so I want to do a sort of game where we try and prevent World War I from happening by talking about the issues that the different countries were having.
How fun!
What kind of drugs are you on, lady?
And who is this guy?
Hello. I am a real police officer.
Jen and I thought maybe he was a stripper.
You wish.
As you've undoubtedly heard the grim news, Franz Ferdinand, the Archduke of Austria-Hungary, has been assassinated.
I thought Franz Ferdinand was a band.
So sadly did Jen.
I had no idea that Franz Ferdinand was somebody that got shot in the war.
Where did you go to school? Arctic? Were you homeschooled by a lady with 3 fingers? Holy oh my God. It just killed me.
So I'm here to figure out which one of you started World War I. Bum, bum.
That's crazy. Like, who does that?
People who wear garbage bags to the grocery store?
Who cares, right?
Austria-Hungary.
Yes, sir.
You've been having a good time in Europe.
I have.
Maybe you wanted to start World War I by assassinating your own Archduke.
That would be ridiculous.
Kinda like this night.
Hello, Britain.
Cheerio, chap.
Would you want to start World War I? Let me put it in a way you soccer hooligans can understand. Do you think we're completely bacon? Real chicken oriental? You taking the piss, having a giraffe? Lord love a duck, what do you have to say to that then, mate?
Yeah, Ryan.
I was thinking, oh my God, please stop. Stop now. Stop.
Not happening.
You may be shocked to learn the person who shot Franz Ferdinand is in this room.
No one cares, weirdo.
We chose to execute him.
I just want to establish that at this dinner this evening, we've celebrated World War I, we cut into meat we couldn't eat, and now we're killing somebody. 10s across the board, boys!
If my army stripes that keep falling down my sleeve or anything to go by, I'm definitely going to win this war.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, desserts a snap and the beat goes on. Tonight, we're at Marsha's, and despite the fact that her tough main course and World War I reenactment bombed, she's still flying high.
I feel like tonight went really well, and everybody had a good time.
I think that girl might be missing a couple sandwiches from her picnic basket.
Sandwiches are overrated anyway, especially when you've got cookies and an ice pop for dessert. Marsha's final course is served.
So this is lemon buttermilk ice pop and ginger cookies, but there's something else I need to do before you eat them.
I.e., pour champagne into your bowls, starting with Katherine, the recovering alcoholic.
I was like, are you kidding me?
It's just a little bit of pink champagne. Didn't think.
Not made back out.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
But other than trying to push Katherine off the wagon, will dessert be a hit?
You know, I find a great snap with those cookies. They're really over the top. Beautiful taste of ginger in that.
Oh yes, the dreaded ginger.
I really don't like ginger, but you did an absolutely amazing job with this cookie. There's not too much of an overpowering ginger taste in the cookie, and I found it to be actually pretty amazing. So, good job. The dessert was stellar.
For an underachiever,
My son could have made that dessert.
It's delicious.
And what else is it, Ryan?
And it's edible, which is lovely.
Okay, we get it. You're still upset about the elk.
It's so dramatic, it hurts.
Then you're going to love Marsha's drum circle. What a gong show.
You're gonna give me a gong, I'm gonna gong the crap out of it.
If there's a God in heaven, you will stop.
Or at least break your drumstick.
I thought that the drum circle was very, very cool.
Hey, now everyone go as fast as you can.
That was juvenile.
Just the way Marsha wanted it.
In terms of points, I have no idea. I mean, if people are scoring on having fun, I think I'll be okay. If people are scoring on, you know, were you able to cut through your meat? No.
The best part tonight is that I get to go home. I'm giving Marsha a 6.
I had a great time with Marsha, and she created an absolutely amazing atmosphere. So I'm gonna give her an 8.
I'm giving Marsha a 7. There was cat hair in everyone's food, but she had a delicious appetizer and a lovely dessert.
Her cat attacked me, I didn't get to eat dinner, and the theme sucked. Girl's getting a 6.
So Marsha's World War I party leaves her in the trenches with Craig with a score of 27. And the troops are getting restless.
2 down, 2 to go. Marsha's out, gone, boom, no competition.
If I don't win this, I'll come, you know, I'll come all.
I'm going for the grand.
Oh, damn. I've got moves these bitches haven't seen.
Tomorrow night, I'm gonna serve it up. Boom!
And?
Boom!
And finally,
Boom!
we get it.
Boom!
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me,
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Ryan raises the bar.
This is Justin. Hello. Hi.
Craig raises eyebrows as the cooking
Boom!
and crying continues. With Come Dine With Me, War of the Waiters.
Oh, whoa. Let's get weird, boys.
Tonight, it's a special edition of Come Dine With Me.
Boom!
No one knows hosting better than waiters. So this week, 5 servers will spend 5 days
Watch your pro, watch your pro. You don't want to miss it.
In a battle like none other.
They should all be afraid, very afraid.
Game over!
I think I'm just really sensitive.
Full of tips,
Yeah, that's on fire.
When there's smoke, keep low to the ground.
tricks, and a few flips.
Let's hope it's not pandemonium here tonight.
No, please.
In the quest for a $1,000 cash prize,
Ba, 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 ba.
this is Come Dine With Me, War of the Waiters.
Don't adjust the color on your television. I am gay.
This week, we're turning the tables on hosting as 5 waiters wage war for a $1,000 prize. And taking the reins tonight is Ryan, age unknown.
I'm a little older than my teeth, but a little younger than my tongue.
Oh, come on. Just between us?
You never should ask somebody their age, their weight, how much they spent on their shoes.
But that's not fair.
Well, tonight's about me.
For a change.
Ryan already confessed to me that he wants to make out with me. Just saying.
Meet the host of tomorrow night, Jenevieve, a sports bar babe who's not above a little strategy.
I'm kind of playing the really, really dumb little Asian girl that doesn't know anything.
Now, who'd be stupid enough to fall for that?
She's just so like, oh my God, so cute.
Gullible and always gussied up is the host of the final night, Katherine, whose only concern is the seating arrangements.
I really hope I do not have to sit beside Craig tonight.
Are you kidding me?
Sadly, no. But who could blame her? Because even when Craig hosted on night 1 and scored 27 points, he was less about the battle and more about the bevies.
This happens to be a little orange liqueur.
Down the hatch.
Every time I turned around, his glass was empty.
And at every turn last night, Marsha had a surprise for her guests, starting with her alter ego,
Martenska Arenia Vignette Siguiente Hotenska Arista.
the inedible elk,
Anybody have a bow saw?
and the World War I reenactment.
As if you've undoubtedly heard the grim news, Franz Ferdinand, the Archduke of Austria-Hungary, has been assassinated.
But other than that, I think it was a pretty perfect evening.
Not quite, but all in all, 27 points isn't too shabby considering the theme celebrated 4 years of death, destruction.
Rolling blackouts and yay. Let's party about it.
I suppose you can do better?
I'm not going to disappoint. I'm going to just do my best to make everybody have a blast.
Starting with mushroom caps that he's going to stuff with shrimp and crab. Canned, of course.
No, he would never do that.
Hate to break it to you, but he is.
However, I do not have a can opener in my house. So,
carving knife it is.
This seems a little old-fashioned.
Did you know the can opener was invented 40 years actually after the can?
Actually, it was 80.
Very impressive.
And so is the way he cuts up onions and gets out a little aggression.
I hate you.
Hey, what's the garlic ever done to you?
I have no idea.
Ryan puts the onion and 4 whittled garlic into a pan full of melted butter and adds a squeeze of lemon.
They say to do it this way, hold it upright and squeeze it. That way you don't get any seeds in.
Then it's a package of cream cheese and Ryan's not so freshly cracked crab.
But I did crack this crab myself. I cracked it out of a can.
Cheater, cheater, cheater!
If you like to bend the rules, then go to WNetwork.com for all of Ryan's random recipes.
I'm like a goldfish. Like, I get distracted so easily, so it's just like, castle! Oh my God, a castle! Is that a castle?
Focus, Ryan.
Please, voiceover guy, be kind. I have cats. My mother's watching.
Just cook the shrimp.
Do you like soup? Me too, I love soup. We have so much in common.
Like what?
I'm funny, you try to be.
I like white creamy stuff. You like to put it into mushrooms. Ryan puts the mushrooms into the fridge for now so he can go shopping for his main course, which is beer-basted hen with sweet peas and roasted squash.
That sounds like a really quality meal.
A hen is just a fancy way of saying chicken.
Wrong. Hens have bigger breasts.
Loving it.
Thought you might.
For somebody that hasn't eaten a hen before, Did you say it tastes like chicken? Or?
It's a little bit different. It's actually a cross between a pheasant and a white rock chicken.
Okay.
So it's not gamey.
It sounds complicated.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
We will, because after Ryan marinates the birds in beer, mustard, hot sauce, and honey,
to crisp up the bird a little bit,
he starts making the stuffing by tearing up egg bread. Then comes
my favorite nut. Put in my mouth, the cashew.
Lovely nut.
Next, Ryan chops up apples on a plate.
I don't have a cutting board, this is correct. Such is the bachelor lifestyle.
Speaking of which, here comes the sausage.
When squeezing your sausage, you want to hold it gently in your hand like this, and then start at the base of the sausage and gently squeeze from the base. Mission complete.
I think you mean mission accomplished. And tame it down, will ya?
Tame. Came to the wrong party for tame, lady.
I underestimated him.
Because he certainly knows his way around a bird.
Step 1, remove the string. Don't talk to the man in the van.
Step 2, give your dessert a name that could mean anything.
I'm really hoping for, like, you know, a man to come out, like, with doing dishes and, like, with a pile of fresh, clean laundry. That's really sexy.
Would you settle for flour and butter mixed by hand?
I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
And pudding?
Every idiot can probably pull off pudding.
Especially when it's from a box. Tisk, tisk, Ryan.
I didn't know you could make pudding without using it from a box. Is that true? Can you?
Yes, you can. And most people on a cooking show probably would.
This is a lot more than I expected from Ryan.
Ryan pulls the base of the dessert out of the oven.
Look, good.
If you say so. Maybe you should smell it and poke it a bit.
Right.
What's wrong?
That is hot. Imagine that, hey? Coming out of a hot oven being so hot.
That's okay. Some like it hot. And some prefer a well-stocked bathroom basket.
I've got some body sprays, got some toothpick cleaning, some tissue.
I think Ryan might raise the bar tonight.
He's counting on it.
Maybe if anybody is upset that I used canned crab or that I didn't make the pudding from scratch, maybe then they'll come in here and realize that I didn't take time to do that, but I took time to care about other things, right?
Wrong.
Let the games and show begin.
There is no such thing as second place.
This competition can't be as tough as my elk.
There's no way I'm losing to a bunch of seniors and a ginger.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me.
So Justin is going to take care of all your drink needs for this evening.
One of these things is not like the other.
Cheater, 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 cheater.
We're midway through a week-long wine and dine, and Ryan's putting the finishing touches on his packaged pudding dessert. But that's not the only trick he has up his sleeve tonight.
Can I get a drink? Maybe, like a vodka soda.
What? A bartender? That's ingenious.
Yes!
And that, coupled with a pair of skin-tight trousers, is certainly something that the first guest is sure to appreciate.
Who is it?
It's Craig.
Hey, Craig, how are you, buddy?
Good,
to see you. Welcome.
And make yourself at home.
I feel really comfortable coming here.
Probably because there's a bartender.
Which is a sparkling blueberry Cosmo.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Sure, if you have a uterus.
It's not my type of drink.
Hopefully the next guests appreciate a little sophistication.
Double your pleasure, double your fun!
It's Jenevieve and Katherine, 2 for the price of 1.
Good to see you. Look at you. You dressed up.
Yes, but no present.
I should have thought of that.
Yeah, after 3 days, you think you would.
You know, she's young.
Which is better than being clumsy.
I have one. Boom, boom! Just give me 1 second. Be right back.
Someone's in trouble.
Oh my God, you spilled everything. You broke a glass.
What do you think is going on back there?
I don't know, but whatever it was, it sounded expensive.
Which I thought was spectacular.
Then you're going to love this.
Ladies, this is Justin.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Justin.
Smoking.
Justin is going to take care of all your drink needs for this evening.
Your custom-designed drinks.
The virgin for the virgin.
Thank you.
Liar.
I think it's a nice touch.
That was a really brilliant maneuver on Ryan's part.
And ditto for the hors d'oeuvres.
I'm gonna eat absolutely everything on this plate.
Save a little bit for Marsha. I'm sure she must be hungry after last night's dinner.
I know I was.
Yeah, I was.
Speaking of Ms. Inedible Elk, look who's here.
Oh my God, you look amazing.
whatever that means.
It means you're upstaging him.
Have you seen my pants?
I love your pants.
Yep, he's pretty much on point.
Can you do a plie?
I can turn my feet backwards.
Your mother must be so proud.
Now there's a talent.
You have no idea how handy this comes in.
Too much information.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go get the first course ready, and so feel free to talk about how great I look.
And that, folks, is what we call dead silence.
Jesus.
Hopefully Ryan fares better in the kitchen as he puts his stuffed mushroom caps into a preheated oven. You touched the oven door, didn't you?
God, they should put a sign on these ovens.
Saying what? Ovens are hot? Besides, a keep out sign might be a better idea.
We found Ryan's walk-in closet.
And his hope chest.
I wonder what's in it.
Oh, you know, the usual. A baton.
Wow.
Okay, doesn't really surprise me.
Does that mean that he was a cheerleader?
I know he certainly didn't date one.
If the ballet shoes fit.
I want to put one of these on, don't tell him.
Or get jealous.
None of them fit me because I actually shop where men shop, so they were all a little too small for me.
And Ryan's taking his hired help thing a little too far.
Can you move the fluff from my head, please?
He's a bartender, not your slave.
Thank you.
Cheater, 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 cheater.
Seemed to me like kind of a cop-out.
Sabotage all you want, Marsh, but you have no idea how hard Ryan's working. After the dance break is over, Ryan finally plates his seafood stuffed mushroom caps, shows off his tray skills, adds a drizzle of balsamic, and the appetizer is ready.
Let's blow these bitches away.
Let's.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.
But not necessarily Catherine's.
I've got some competition here.
Don't worry. Maybe it won't taste as good as it looks.
I wasn't that impressed with it. It tastes like cream cheese.
Different. It's different.
Different good or different bad?
Just different.
Thank you, I think.
And what does Marsha think?
It tasted like macaroni and cheese, but without the macaroni.
And with something a little crunchy.
Unfortunately, not all the shell was off of mine. I found a little bit of that.
Says the man who left the legs on his shrimp Monday night.
Touche!
Hey, boom!
But no, I enjoyed. I enjoyed.
How about Marsha?
I really liked the mushroom and the texture of the mushroom. I thought that was a perfect level of crunchiness. The only thing that I found sort of didn't fit was just the onions. I felt like they, if they had been cooked more or a bit softer, they might have gone better with the rest of it.
I'm an OO'er. I'm an oven onioner.
And a canned crabber.
I'm surprised Catherine didn't ask if it was fresh crab. Other than that, I think it was very, very, as Catherine would say, complimentary.
Hey, I thought we were all friends here.
Catherine is the enemy.
Unimpressed.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, which came first, the chicken
It's a hen.
It was chicken.
or the tears? It's the third night in our special waiter week, and Ryan's put his hands into the oven, and now he's counting his chickens.
So, boom! Success!
Ryan, he's a wildcat. He's just off the wall.
Or is he just acting?
So, that's me right there in the foreground.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's a play I did in New York City.
There's a great picture of it.
Thank you.
I was impressed.
Just wait, there's more where that came from.
So this is also me.
With his best girlfriend on the left.
This is also the girl that I tried to have my first male-to-female sexual experience with.
Oh.
Okay, girl, let's share.
Or not.
I felt a little bit uncomfortable.
So, needless to say, never happened.
Aww.
Couldn't we talk about football or something?
Nope.
Have you ever had sex with a woman?
Never.
Wow, now we're getting somewhere.
When I grew up, I mean, and this is actually pretty relevant now because we talk about bullying all the time, right?
Right.
I was very much bullied for a good 4 or 5 years of my existence, probably from about 12 to about 15 or 16. I was called names I don't even think people knew definitions to,
Right.
blah, blah. And they were saying things about me that I didn't know about myself yet. And when I told my mom I was gay, she said, don't. She said, she said, don't tell anybody. don't tell anybody in my family.
And then?
And about a week later, I called my aunt. And I told her I was gay. Even though I was sworn off of it. And my whole family, who I love, but I'm very fearful of, all embraced it, very much so.
It was actually pretty touching.
That's wonderful that you've had that experience with your family, because my family have not been in my life since the day I got sober.
And they have been nothing but the most wonderful, generous, loving people. And you know what it is? It's because they love me first.
Absolutely.
They love me first. Whatever I happen to do is secondary.
I know what it's like to feel that loneliness and that sort of despair.
And so does Marsha, it seems.
I don't want to cry, well, it's too late now, but I just feel like often I have so much love in my heart that I don't know what to do.
That's the thing. Nobody wants love anymore, Marsha. No, Marsha, listen.
Honey.
Oh, sweetheart, Marsha, you're not alone. You've got 4 new people that love you very much.
Right, Jenevieve?
I just really didn't want to hear about it.
Best party ever. If you get people to cry, you know you're in.
I like him even more now.
But will a few tears make up for burnt hens?
Oh, that's the situation.
To say the least. Ryan plates the hen on top of a nest of peas, adds squash to the plate, drizzles on his old standby balsamic glaze, stabs with a knife, and the main course is ready to serve.
Here we go. Your very own stuffed Cornish game hen.
It looked good. It was a good presentation.
But the real question is, how does it taste?
It is sexy.
Sexy?
It is delicious.
Delicious.
And it's a little spicy.
That would be the chorizo stuffing.
I enjoyed the sausage stuffing a lot.
Except that...
It overpowers the chicken a little bit.
It's a hen.
The hen. I really, really enjoyed the hen a lot. I was really looking forward to eating hen. Eating hen today. And I'm glad I did.
What is the difference between a hen and a chicken?
About 20 bucks.
It was chicken.
Thank you for this wonderful chicken.
You're welcome, go. That's hen.
Don't criticize your guests continually. If they're gonna say chicken, let them say chicken and don't make them feel stupid.
And another good tip, don't try to poison them.
I found a little plastic in there, but that has absolutely nothing to do with the actual meal. No big deal, I've eaten worse.
I bet you have.
That's disgusting.
Coming up.
Ryan, our forks are a little dirty.
Will Ryan clean up? It's the 3rd day of the competition, and tonight's host, Ryan, doesn't think he's done one thing wrong.
Nothing. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nada.
But the proof will be in the pudding, literally, and it's ready to serve.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Or the 1986 presentation.
I love the idea of putting stuff in martini glasses, especially desserts.
That's horrifying. Get that off the table.
Hate to break it to you, but that's the least of your worries.
Ryan, our forks are a little dirty.
A little?
My fork looks like somebody else was eating with it.
Quit your complaining and eat with the handle like Katherine and Marsha.
Ingenious.
That would never happen at my dinner party.
But then you probably wouldn't use pudding from a box either.
Did you make it yourself?
Of course I made it myself.
Did you?
He didn't, but who cares? As long as it's good. And it is good, right?
As much as it kills me to say this.
Oh, here we go.
This is like heaven.
Don't get too carried away.
I found it a bit too sweet, actually. I feel like the sugar is sort of hurting the back of my throat a little.
Ooh, that can't be good.
It was gross.
But on the plus side, it is unique.
This is something I haven't had before.
Yeah.
It just seems to me that it's almost like it was supposed to set, but it didn't. I don't really know, but I like it.
Sorry, Craig, before you say anything else, have you had anything else before? Apparently you haven't had this, you haven't had like the entree, you haven't had that type of seafood with the mushrooms.
Wow, she attacked Craig.
Girl, thanks for sticking up for your boy.
Gotcha.
And that kind of pisses me off.
But Ryan's got something to lift everyone's spirits, and that's a drag queen.
Drag queens are just too much fun.
Not when they're pouring shots of...
bacon vodka.
Love it.
Who wants liquid bacon? Really?
And just for that...
First bacon shot right here with Ginger, bitch.
we prefer to call her Marsha. Who's next?
Asian girl.
That would be Jenevieve. Come on, you can do it.
For a tiny thing, she can sure suck back the vodka.
Close your eyes and think of England. Oh, what about Katherine's shot? She doesn't drink.
Are you the dumb bitch who cooked elk?
No, that'd be Marsha.
Kid, you're doing it.
Oh.
Like a champ.
Winner, winner, hand dinner.
But will anyone call foul?
Tonight was not a drag. I'm giving him an 8.
I want to score Ryan a 6. But tonight went so amazing that I'm going to score him, fortunately, a 9.
I'm giving Ryan an 8.
An 8.
So Ryan kills it with a whopping 33 points, leaving Craig and Marsha in his dust. And there's just 2 more nights to go.
I don't go home with second place. I only go home with first place.
Come Friday night, I'm taking home the dough.
Bam! The money's mine!
I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna serve, and I'm gonna conquer these bitches.
On the next episode, get ready for tutus,
You don't think this makes me look gay, do you?
No, not at all.
tears,
As a server, like, I know how dinner should be, and I know how it should roll. And it's not rolling the way I would want it to roll.
tension,
Don't know, Dick! Ha!
What's next?
and tequila.
Burp and blow.
As Come Dine With Me, War of the Waiters continues.
I'm not taking my clothes off now. Yes.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
She's gonna blow!
will a shallow server
Darn cute.
take a nosedive? As 5 waiters spend 5 days in a battle like none other.
They should all be afraid, very afraid.
Full of tips,
No idea what's about to happen.
This is a disaster.
I don't want to eat it.
What's next?
tricks,
I think I might just sabotage the people today.
and a few flips.
Don't know, Dick! Ha!
At least nobody peed on the table.
10s across the board, boys!
In the quest for a $1,000 cash prize, this is Come Dine With Me, War of the Waiters.
Let the party begin.
It's the 4th night in our War of the Waiters special, and hosting tonight is Jenevieve, the Asian sensation,
I am a cute little Filipino.
with a taste for tequila,
I drink a lot of the time.
which leads her to her other vice,
I love burping and blowing in people's faces. I love doing that.
party on.
I party probably Monday to Sunday. It's either I'm really happy or I'm really crazy. Just like there's no in between.
Genevieve is a firecracker.
According to classy and critical Katherine, the host of the final night, who says she can dish it out and take it.
You know, if I talk the talk, you can be sure I am gonna walk the walk.
You're making me look like a...
Actually, Craig did that all by himself when on night 1 he drank up a storm in the kitchen and served up a meh main course.
I ain't the best cook.
So it's no surprise that Craig got 27 piddly points for his efforts, or lack thereof.
His night was sort of...
But then again, cooking tough elk steaks and having a World War I reenactment,
Franz Ferdinand, the Archduke of Austria-Hungary, has been assassinated.
didn't get Marsha very far either. In fact, she's tied with Craig.
Boom.
Says explosive Ryan, who last night brought in a drag queen to pour
Bacon vodka.
Love it.
and had the table in tears.
And when I told my mom I was gay, she said, "Don't tell anybody."
Ryan got very real.
And was rewarded with a whopping 33 points.
Best night of the week so far.
Blah, 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 blah.
Choice words coming from someone who wears pumps in the kitchen.
I probably shot out of my mom's vagina with heels on.
But will Genevieve's appetizer be a shoe-in? She's serving stuffed shrimp.
This is very predictable of Genevieve.
Where's the creativity?
In the delivery.
Hello, what can I get for you today? My name is Shrimp. Did you spell it S-H-R-I-M-P?
Moving on.
To chopping up fresh garlic for the stuffing.
Ow.
What happened?
I just cut my nail. That's okay.
Is it?
No, not good.
Didn't think so.
If someone eats a little bit of my nail, it'll just definitely add a little bit more flavor.
Keratin.
I eat everything.
Then you should love the celery, onion, parsley, and thyme stuffing for the shrimp.
They better be good.
Cat fight.
This is how I feel about Katherine through interpretive chopping. And then she tastes your food, and then she chops it all up.
Jenevieve adds breadcrumbs to the stuffing, mixes it up, and since she'll stuff the shrimp just before serving, she can move on to her dessert. Exotic fruit salad.
On about probably the easiest dessert you can make.
But a very sentimental one, because Genevieve's using her granny's favorite fruit, pineapple.
She would get hot dogs and marshmallows and stick them through all around the pineapple. And that would be like what I look forward to every single birthday.
This sucks.
So cold.
I miss my grandma.
Can we get through a dinner party without the tears?
Apparently not.
She raised me since for 5 years. My mom came to Canada without me, and she took really, really good care of me. I think I'm the way I am because of my grandmother.
There, little one.
Poor girl.
Stop being a boob.
Growing up, my grandma always made me eat papayas because she says that when you eat papayas when you're young, your boobs grow really big.
I'd love to see that.
If you want to bust out a fruit salad at your next dinner party, go to WNetwork.com for all of Genevieve's first place recipes.
If I lose, I'm gonna throw a huge tantrum.
Then maybe you should have made something other than fruit salad. Just saying.
Anybody can cut up fruit.
And pour on a honey and ginger lime dressing to get the juices going.
One more down, boys.
And one more dish to go, namely Genevieve's main course of salmon with wild mushrooms and asparagus.
Salmon again. Man, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
I hate salmon.
But this should be better than Craig's, because Genevieve's making a marinade out of honey and mustard, which gets poured over the salmon just like so.
That sounds very, very nice.
Especially considering Genevieve's adding fresh dill as well.
Dill, salmon, really? Dill.
What's wrong?
Marsha hates dill.
Don't worry, Marsh. Jenny's got you covered.
I'm gonna leave this half without some dill so that Marsha won't die.
Jenevieve puts the salmon into the fridge and chops the ends off her smelly pea side dish.
I don't think that's true. I eat asparagus all the time. My pea doesn't smell.
Yet.
Woohoo, boys! We still got this one in the bag.
No pun intended.
I just have one thought, really.
And what would that be?
I got this.
Game over. I've won.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
You don't think this makes me look gay, do you?
tears and jeers.
Brutal.
Craig's a moron.
It's the fourth night in our special Waiters Week, and Jenevieve insists she's got it made in the shade.
Who doesn't like having quality time with the tiny Asian?
Especially when they're wearing neon glasses and spouting Korean.
안녕하세요.
First in is Marsha, with good old Craig bringing up the rear.
How's it going?
Very good. Good to see
Come
you.
inside, come inside.
Pushy, pushy.
She seemed a little nervous.
Didn't come as any surprise.
But this might.
As you can tell, I am wearing glasses. It's a huge fad in the Asian culture to wear glasses with no lens in them, and I love doing this.
And hopefully you will too.
The glasses are delightful.
That matches your outfit. Totally matches your outfit. Love this all the
It
time.
was a nice touch. It's tough for me to take you seriously with those glasses on.
Do you ever take me seriously?
Nope.
So there you go.
And here comes Katherine and Ryan.
Hi, welcome. Look at you.
4 eyes.
I think I look fabulous in my glasses, don't you?
Like a really, really naughty, school teacher. We talked about this.
See, I always think that Marsha is going to be the naughty, librarian, so this is perfect.
Do you know what the penalty is for an overdue book?
Shake your hair. Shake it.
Very sexy.
Whatever.
Is Jen doing with that camera?
We're gonna actually make a pose that best describes you. And I'm gonna take a picture for you guys, one by one.
I thought that was a great little touch.
What does that say about you?
That I am a drunk.
Or just weird?
She did her best.
Sounds like a pose-off.
It's all about the hair.
You want some wind?
Yeah, wind. Yeah, okay.
Ready?
Work it, Katherine.
She was a champ.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Very mafia.
Actually, that's his board pose.
I just want to go home, sit in my garage, watch football, and have a beer.
What? And Miss Ryan smizing?
It's a keeper. It's going to be my profile picture.
But enough with the fun.
Go make yourself at home.
So Jenevieve can stuff her shrimp in peace.
I've never tasted the stuffing before. And I really, really hope it tastes good.
Well, it certainly looks good. Who knew you were such an artiste?
Check this out. Kind of looked like they were perhaps made by her.
Yeah, they look pretty homemade.
Meow.
If I was her, I would have been mortified.
The eyes are kind of creeping me out, especially because one looks like I have an ant with a lazy eye. So it's kind of happening on the one there.
Yeah, it's a little poorly aligned. I wonder if that was intentional. It's like one eye on the couple and the other eye on eternity, like an Emily Dickinson poem.
Yeah, exactly like that.
It was brutal.
You know what?
What's that?
We should open an art gallery together.
I think we should.
Although...
I don't know if Craig's art interpretation skills are very honed.
He could always just wing it.
Oh, see, and here I didn't think I was going to get to wear wings tonight because I forgot mine at home. How do they look?
Ridiculous.
I think I look amazing.
He loved those wings. He thought they were fairy wings.
Well, if the tutu fits...
You don't think this makes me look gay, do you?
Just a tad.
Big time.
But then big seems to be the theme as Jenevieve plates her massive shrimp, adds a spoonful of butter.
These look absolutely amazing.
And her appetizer is ready to serve.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
The presentation was fantastic.
It was a black tiger shrimp as big as my...
Settle down, cowboy.
Craig's a moron.
But at least he's a considerate moron.
You did a great job.
I love the stuffing. I could just eat a bowl of it.
Without the shrimp?
I didn't finish my shrimp. Mine weren't that good. They actually tasted really chewy.
It's good, but I too find that it's just a little bit chewy. They might just be a bit overcooked.
Okay.
Actually, not okay.
I do not think the shrimp are overcooked at all. I think it's bang on. You did an excellent job.
So there.
But then again, maybe I like dangerously undercooked shrimp. You never know.
In my opinion, Jen is a better cook than Marsha and Ryan put together.
But Katherine isn't the only one with a refined palate.
Are those yours?
They are mine. Over here is a little bit of a resemblance of what I was going through in high school.
High school? Like awesome.
Are you kidding me?
Sadly, no.
Well, I was kind of like head over heels for this guy.
Blah, blah, blah.
And I just thought that every single time we kissed, he just brought me into the universe and just a bubble would just explode because I would just be so madly in love with him that's how I felt.
Ryan, pay attention.
Boring.
Whatever happened to the guy who made the universe come alive?
He and I broke up. Him and I broke up right before prom.
My heart went right out to her.
Cue the waterworks.
I think I went home and cried to my mom.
Shocker.
If we could at least, honestly, please, have one night without crying, that would be awesome.
Not happening.
All we're waiting to get is some tears out of Craig, so I'm just gonna probably kick him in the balls.
He actually told me that he was gonna take me to prom. Bought his ticket, everything. And a day before prom, he said he wasn't gonna come.
Then did he check out his cuticles and act disinterested?
I really don't like people like falling asleep and like rolling their eyes at me, like especially somebody that like thought that I liked, you know, and was super cool.
Whomever could you be talking about?
Ryan does it every single time I talk.
Ryan was a nasty little girl tonight.
And a jealous one at that.
I kind of think she stole the crying from me. That was kind of my bit. Bitch.
Coming up, it's out of the frying pan.
She's gonna blow!
And into the fire. Tonight, 23-year-old Jenevieve is the host with the most. Tears.
I had really high expectations. And I don't like it.
Stop being so sensitive.
Easy for you to say.
As a server, like, I know how dinner should be, and I know how it should roll. And it's not rolling the way I would want it to roll. You know?
Your guests certainly do.
I could sit here and say it was great, but that would be a lie.
Case in point.
Do you have any ice?
No ice.
No ice?
Screw ice.
Who doesn't have ice? You know how you make ice? You freeze water.
Maybe some booze will do the trick.
We're gonna have wine or bubbly in martini glasses today that I definitely haven't used in a really long time.
Or washed.
They looked like they were rubbed under somebody's.
Inexcusable to serve dirty glasses like that.
Well, you know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, hide in the kitchen.
I'd actually like to stay in here and eat my salmon by myself.
Can't imagine why.
So are you excited about the salmon?
No. Are you excited about the dill sauce?
No.
No.
Well, tough, because the asparagus and mushrooms have been sautéed, and it's time to take the salmon out of the oven just in time.
Security alert!
She's gonna blow!
So it sounds like things are going well in the kitchen.
Really well, because all that's left to do is serve the fish.
Boom.
I heard the salmon hit the floor.
So there goes the salmon on the floor. And I think I'm gonna burn the house down.
My plan is working. It's too bad about that oil I spilled on her floor. I'm just kidding.
That was our dinner. I think this means no salmon.
Yay! My salmon's on the floor, so we're gonna eat like savages today and just totally pick up all of the salmon from the floor, and that's how we're gonna do it at Jen's house. That's how we're gonna do it at Jen's house, because Jen's crazy.
Be brave, girl, be brave.
It was a train wreck.
She picked that salmon up, and like a professional, the show goes on.
We're gonna eat dinner. I'm starving, so we're gonna eat asparagus and mushrooms with lots of truffle oil. I don't better like this.
She powered through it like a champ.
I'm gonna serve cold asparagus, burnt mushrooms.
And floor salmon. Yummy.
Don't even care.
And on that note, Jen's main course is served.
Here you are. Just gonna put this in the middle here.
Well, let's do this.
Please, dig in.
I bet you can't wait.
Is this the salmon that was on the floor?
Yeah, it's
But you cleaned
garbage
it up?
crusted.
But you've or
Garbage crusted.
So it has not been cleaned since being on the floor?
No, it hasn't.
There was a plate of salmon that had hit the floor, and here you go. Enjoy.
Main course was simply a disaster.
Maybe a bribe will get them to eat.
For every person that eats a piece of that salmon, I'll do a shot.
Dig in, kids.
Eating the salmon was the worst part of the night.
It was not for me. But then again, I also like to take showers too and brush my teeth. So call me crazy.
Crazy. But it's time to find out what Catherine's gonna call it.
Your vegetables are like, everything is simple but elegant, and a killer sauce on the salmon.
Yeah.
I don't care that it fell on the floor. I'm eating it.
And so is, bless his little heart, Craig.
I love tile spice. So the salmon for me, you know, you saw, I ate it. I like my salmon a little underdone. What do they call it? Oh, yeah, sushi.
Who had a piece of salmon? Please raise your hand up.
Salmon.
5 pieces of salmon, 5 shots.
Cheers.
Thank you for eating my salmon.
And to Jenevieve for not giving up.
A lot of the people sitting at that table could not have pulled that off.
Definitely feel like I'm back on track with this party.
God bless her.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, will the fruit fly?
What's exotic about a kiwi and pineapple that I can buy at the corner store?
You cut up free.
It's the final course of Genevieve's dinner, and it's down to her dessert to save the night.
This is my fruit salad.
You cut up free.
So good luck with that.
If I drop this on the ground, it'd be the icing on the cake. I think I'd actually cry.
Don't you mean again? Jen tops each bowl with a piece of star fruit.
Because I like being on top.
And exotic fruit salad is ready to serve.
Thank you.
Mommy.
I feel like it's Thursday at daycare and today's fruit salad day.
Presentation was lame.
Maybe she just wants to lower your expectations.
I hated it.
Ooh, there goes that theory.
I love you.
But
It's not gonna go over well after you say, I love you.
Bless your heart, LOL. I do think that a fruit salad is a bit of an easy dessert.
Yes.
And after you've displayed such talent in your... No. I don't want this to sound like a joke because we agreed. Like, your dinner tonight was just... It had all the aspects of being such a fantastic meal.
enough with the preamble. Get to the point.
What's exotic about a kiwi and pineapple that I can buy at the corner store?
I thought that, like, papaya was very exotic, pomegranate is very exotic. Like, there's not a lot of places when you go to white supermarkets that you can get any of, like, a lot of these other than...
Papaya and pomegranate?
I mean, come on.
You're calling this exotic? I can get all this stuff in Burlington. That's all.
Here we go. Katherine 2.0.
Tell us how you really feel.
What's that supposed to mean, Katherine 1.20? What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. That's not what I said.
But I love you, LOL.
Thank you so much for coming here today. And cheers. All right, ready?
What's the Filipino word for cheers?
Kambe.
Kambe! I love that word. Kambe!
I'm so confident that I can still win because you know what? Who else dropped salmon on the floor and still came up on top?
No one ever?
Tonight, fell short, but Jenevieve stood tall. I'm giving her a 6.
6.
The salmon was inedible and the fruit salad was so boring, so I'm giving Jenevieve a 6.
She served me salmon off the floor. I'm giving her a 6.
So Jenevieve bombs with 24 points, leaving Ryan out in front. And there's only one night to go.
Yo, Katherine, you better bring it because I've already brought it.
You know, quite honestly, I really think that I'm still in the lead.
I feel like it's between me and Ryan right now.
I still got this. 4 down. Let's see what the winner can do. And I'm taking these kids to school.
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me,
They've been waiting all week for this.
it's the final night.
I can't do this.
Will it be a drag
Oh my God, that's my hairy arm.
That's actually disgusting.
or a slam dunk?
No, please.
As War of the Waiters continues.
And the winner is...
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
They should all be afraid, very afraid.
it's the final night. Who will show up
Forgive the intrusion, these are for you.
and who will melt down?
No, please don't do that.
As 5 waiters spend 5 days in a battle like none other. Full of tips,
No idea what's about to happen.
This is a disaster.
I don't want to eat it.
What's next?
tricks, and a few flips.
Don't know, Dick. Ha!
10s across the board, boys!
In the quest for a $1,000 cash prize, this is Come Dine With Me, War of the Waiters.
Okay, kids, playtime is over. Step aside.
It's the last day in our special Waiters Week, and the final host, hoping to take home the prize, is confident Katherine.
I'm an all-or-nothing kind of girl.
Girl, who are you kidding?
50 is the new 30.
And sober is the new wasted.
I decided 5.5 years ago that it was time for me to take control of my drinking rather than my drinking taking control of me.
Obviously, Craig's mom didn't raise a quitter, and he's been drowning in his sorrows all week, and not just because of the food, but because of the company.
Well, I'm dealing with 4 drama queens.
He's also dealing with a score of 27, which Marsha tied on night 2 when she served up tough elk and entertainment that was even harder to swallow.
Which one of you started World War I? Bum, bum.
So stupid.
I have grown to love Marsha more and more.
Says sentimental Ryan, who on hump day poured his heart out.
When I told my mom I was gay, she said, "Don't tell anybody. I'm in like Flynn."
True that, because Jenevieve couldn't even come close to Ryan's 33 points last night after setting off alarm bells.
Wow, what a show.
Dropping her main course.
Oh, boom! Salmon everywhere.
And serving it up fresh from the garbage.
I do not think I'm in this competition anymore.
Oh, but the memories still live on.
The best case scenario tonight would be if Katherine picked up the garbage-crusted salmon from Genevieve's floor, took it home, didn't refrigerate it, left it out in the sun, and then put it in a soup with squirrel tail.
Hate to break it to you, but Katherine's serving an heirloom tomato caprese salad with red pepper bruschetta.
That's Jenevieve if she knows what heirloom tomatoes are.
Okay, Jen? Just as I thought.
Very nice. That's actually something that I like.
For her bruschetta topping, Katherine mixes basil, garlic, and olive oil into chopped up tomatoes and gives it a taste. How is it?
That's beautiful.
And so tomatoey.
I don't like tomatoes. I don't like eating chunks of tomato. I like ketchup. I like tomato soup.
And getting under Katherine's skin.
You're in my turf now. You're in my territory. And let's be professional about the judging.
I want Katherine to give Ryan a run for his money.
And I just want her to figure out how to use a food processor.
It's not locking. It's not locking.
Is it locking?
Okay, this is not good.
Is it plugged in?
Hold on.
Did you hit the on button?
I can't get it to lock.
It's not that hard.
Try telling Katherine that.
Holy. This thing's driving me nuts. I just bought this processor.
It is pretty easy.
If you want to be a whiz in the kitchen, log on to WNetwork.com for all of Klutzy Katherine's braggalicious recipes.
I think I'm the quintessential host with the most.
The most calories, maybe, because Katherine's serving up chicken marsala with scalloped potatoes and green beans.
Sounds delicious.
And just a tad cathartic.
That's for my ex-husband number 1. Ex-husband number 2.
The point, they ain't gonna hear you.
Yeah, you need a better target.
This is what Craig is gonna get if he doesn't behave tonight.
I have the hide of a rhinoceros, so nothing bothers me.
Oh well, then on to someone else.
Tenderize the meat, Marsha.
Ouch, low blow.
We'll see how mean I feel like being later.
Careful, Katherine doesn't suffer fools well.
They should all be afraid, very afraid.
I think I'm insulted. I'm not sure.
Next, Katherine sautés prosciutto and onions.
Beautiful thing.
Then she adds fresh rosemary and shiitake mushrooms for the chicken marsala.
It's like an Indian dish. It's a spicy chicken thing.
That's chicken tikka masala. This is marsala, as in the wine.
Maybe she's not as smart as we all think.
Hey, we all have our demons.
There were days where all there was left in the house was Marcel wine. But anyway, those days are behind me. That's a remember when. All right. See, look at that. Look at that.
Pretty impressive.
It smells like winning, winning, winning.
Wow, you're just
weird.
And so is thinking you can win over 4 foodies with carrot cake for dessert.
It's just a cake, you know?
But nothing straightforward when Katherine's in charge.
I like lots of junk in my cakes. I like lots of stuff, lots of little surprises in my cakes.
So Katherine adds coconut, walnuts, pecans, carrots, and pineapple into the mix.
Love carrot cake.
I mean, who doesn't love carrot cake?
People born after 1960?
It's a bit of a wedding thing, like carrot cake with cream cheese icing. My dad would love it.
Not if he saw Catherine's finger in the icing.
Heaven.
Catherine will ice the cake after it cools. So for now, dessert is...
Done.
But the battle has just begun.
Win or lose this competition, I'm always a winner.
Let's manja.
I want to see where Katherine lives. I want to go through her stuff.
I'm done with this.
I'm taking it. Winning. Winning.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, an uninvited guest
Oh,
equals unimpressed.
if you don't get that wig off, I'm going to rip it off your head.
Awkward.
It's the final night in our War of the Waiters, and Katherine plans on her competition getting served.
I really think I have a chance to still win this thing.
That's exactly what Ryan and Craig are worried about.
Hello! Hi, how are you?
Going to kick your buttocks.
The minute I walked in tonight, I felt like Katherine won this whole competition.
She is being rather affectionate.
Awkward. Katherine likes to be a woman who has it all together, so.
Thing, and that's what I'm worried about.
Ryan?
Is that bitchy?
Kinda.
Whoops.
But at least that's something everyone expects. Unlike this.
Oh.
Hello, forgive the intrusion. These are for you. I am Katilda,
I'm sorry, who?
princess, heir to the throne of Sablovia. I'm looking for suitors. Do you have anyone in the backyard?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
I might have someone for you.
Let's go.
Come this way.
Weirdo.
Catherine was surprised, but that's not, a shock to me.
But it might be to everyone else.
Good evening.
Oh, here we go.
Hello.
No!
My name is Katilda.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Where are you from?
I am the princess and heir to the throne of Sablovia.
Sablovia.
Hello.
Hello, very nice to meet
You
you.
are your names?
I'm
I
Craig.
don't care. Let's sit down.
Do you have to?
One word. Spectacular.
Or juvenile?
Katilda, what can I get you to drink?
Do you have any fresh squeezed elk juice?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do have it in my fridge all the time.
I will take a glass, thank you.
Okay, no problem.
That's it, Kath. Take the high road.
I don't think Marsha realizes it's kind of rude.
Kinda.
Catherine was not happy to see me.
Where is Sablovia?
Oh, it's up north somewhere. I don't know.
Like past
me.
Hamilton?
Excuse me for one moment. Hello?
She was funny. She had all these props. So what is the population of Sablovia?
Sablovia. It's about 67.
Oh, I guess that's better than 68, where you go down on me and I owe you one.
Holy.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, my favorite.
You're welcome.
Do you have any firstborn sons?
Excuse me, I think I hear the doorbell.
No, there wasn't a doorbell. Oh, I get it.
Princess Katilda better change into Marsha very quickly, or else she's going to get tossed over the fence.
Hold it together, Katherine.
That's all I have to say about that.
I don't feel wanted here. I feel threatened.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
Marsha, how did you feel about Jen last
no,
night?
this is Katilda.
No, actually, it's Marsha. It really is Marsha. And if you don't get that wig off, I'm going to rip it off your head. So go in and get it off. This is my party, not yours.
Whoa.
When Katherine called her out on it, I almost lost it.
You better go find Marsha.
Or else.
Bye, Katilda. It was nice to meet you, little girl. Send love to your country.
I don't know what happened.
The boys do.
Katherine completely overreacted.
She didn't want to be upstaged. Wow.
Well, I'm sorry. I find that rude. You know, it's my party, and I've got things planned. And you know what? Enough of the character. Grow up.
I wasn't going to come to dinner like this. I was just going to be like this for 5 minutes.
It grates on my nerves constantly. And not only that, I found it rude for her to come in here and to try to upstage.
On your night.
I find it a little vicious what she did.
But I'm still a guest. It's not okay to yell at me in the middle of a table.
I don't know what you're supposed to do when that happens.
If she comes out here and is back in her normal, let's just let that go and move on.
Hey, let me tell you something about myself. You'll never know anything happened.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shut up.
And answer the door already.
Hi, Marsha. Hello, Jenevieve. How are you? Get some rest today?
Yes, I
Yes.
did. Thank
Hi,
you.
Marsha. How are you doing?
Oh,
Good to see you.
Again.
Catherine seemed like she was over it.
Yeah, well, she's not.
I didn't ask her to show up like that at my party.
I'm just so glad that Marsha came back because really, I was wondering whether she would just leave for the whole night.
We should open up a restaurant, the 5 of us.
Oh, can you imagine the personality?
Oh my God. What would we call our restaurant if we all opened up a restaurant together?
I don't know.
Don't let Jen cook. Boom!
I gotta get back to my kitchen. Feel free to grab yourself a drink.
All right.
Because I'm tired.
You know how to do it by now.
I'm tired.
Mostly of you four.
I was really thrown off by Catherine's behavior.
But she's back on track with her scalloped potatoes. Catherine adds onions, breadcrumbs, her index finger,
Whipping cream, rosemary, cheese.
and saliva.
Delish.
You could even say picture perfect.
Photos.
Oh, wow.
And not just any old photos.
They look like modeling acting headshots. When did she get these done, do you think?
She looks really young. She doesn't look her age at all.
Too bad the same can't be said for her biker jacket.
We gotta pop that up. Let me style you.
Please don't.
I'm a grown man.
With the beer belly to prove it.
Suck it in, boy.
I'm a pretty boy. I'm a pretty boy.
If you say so.
A woman's belt doesn't work on me.
That's because Craig drinks excessively.
Okay, hop on.
I don't have a helmet, though, so drive safe.
Okay, that's okay. We're in California. You don't need one.
I'll hold on, Jack. I'll hold on forever. It was the best ride I've had all year.
And Catherine's just might be the best meal because her caprese salad with heirloom tomatoes
Buffalo mozzarella.
and homemade pesto with a side of roasted red pepper bruschetta is ready to eat.
Dig in.
To a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that, and that.
There was too much of everything. She was kind of going over the top.
For the simplicity that I thought it was, the flavors, it's literally the best appetizer of the week.
Which is a lot of praise for,
Bread with some stuff on it.
and stuff you hate.
I don't usually like sliced tomatoes, and I made sure that to try it.
And
I don't like it.
moving on.
I'm actually really, really happy that it tastes amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So bravo, it was delicious.
Winner.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, things get real.
It took 4 strangers to make me say something I hadn't said in 35 years.
Just kill me now.
It's the 5th and final night in our special Waiters Week, and while tonight's host Catherine is making her chicken marsala main,
I just cannot focus right now.
her guests are going out of their gourds.
There's a worm, wormy worm,
No.
coming out of this gourd.
Oh my God, there is.
Girl, I think... Oh my God, it come back in.
I can't do this. I can't.
Overreact much?
When the worm popped out of the squash, I was mortified.
And how'd you feel if Craig squished it with a knife and ate it?
You know, try anything once.
Hopefully that includes Catherine's main course, because it's plated and ready to serve.
Thank you very much.
Very, very much.
The plate looked really, really delicious.
That just blew me away.
And maybe just blew Ryan's chances.
Chicken marsala with a prosciutto, shiitake mushroom reduction, scalloped potatoes with fresh whipping cream and Gouda cheese. Dig in.
And just hope it doesn't taste as good as it looks.
Very pleased with the entree.
Then how come you can't look her in the eye?
I don't want to do anything to offend that woman. She scares me more than my own girlfriend. And that woman makes me breakfast.
I love your chicken.
And that's not all.
I really, really enjoyed the beans.
Big whoop.
Green beans are green beans.
I think maybe all of it together is just a bit rich for me.
Okay.
Just in terms of it being all sort of heavy flavors. I was not at all impressed.
And sadly, neither is Ryan.
I'm just a little slightly disappointed by the chicken. I felt like it needed a little bit more.
Something, something?
It might have just been a little thing I like to call love.
The chicken is disappointing you.
Uh-oh, scary eyes.
Catherine's face was like,
It's okay.
For you, maybe.
It's so... Catherine had every chance to win tonight. And she screwed it up.
Oh well, just chalk it up as a learning experience.
The one thing that I learned about myself for sure was, you know, usually when things don't go my way, I usually throw a tantrum. And yesterday I learned that even though the dinner didn't go my way, I didn't throw a huge tantrum.
You just pulled it together and that was...
Yeah. I didn't know that I could actually just move on from huge traumatic, like, huge traumatic experience.
This is a competition, right? And we're all against each other on this. But when Jen dropped the salmon and the whole bit, we didn't turn on her. We were all in her corner. Don't worry about it. I think we've all become friends over the last week, and I really like that.
No, I didn't expect, you know, the emotional response that I got from people, right?
I think that means that we all had something to say.
Ryan was really emotional tonight.
It took 4 strangers to make me say something I hadn't said in 35 years.
I just feel so close to all of you. Oh, God. Just kill me now.
But then you'd miss this.
I would like each person at the table to do an impersonation of somebody else at the table.
Marsha, do Ryan.
I don't get it. I thought Franz Ferdinand was a band.
Nailed it.
Boom.
Ryan, you're next.
No, please don't do that. Please.
Who was I?
I'm guessing Jen.
That was really funny.
Not to Katherine.
At least nobody peed on the table.
Don't give him any ideas.
If Ryan was to drop food on my tablecloth, I'd probably kick him in the and use him as a water ski.
If you had a sense of humor, it was funny. But if you didn't, it was less funny. And if you didn't, then your name was Katherine.
Anyway, so, what next, guys?
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, the winner is revealed.
If I don't win tonight, I should get a medal for just being a good sport.
It's the last night with our 5 waiters, and Katherine's only got 1 course to go.
And then I'm gonna crawl up into bed.
Way to make your guests feel wanted.
Personally, when I throw a party, I don't do something like that.
Hello? Yeah, get me out of here.
But hopefully Katherine can restore her connection over her carrot cake dessert.
I'm gonna cry when I put $1,000 in my pocket.
Ms. Cocky garnishes each plate with a fig and a dusting of icing sugar, and it's ready to serve.
Here you go, my dear.
Thank you.
Granny.
It looks like something, you know, you would have at your grandparents' house.
Heavy.
It was like a door wedge.
Enjoy.
Or at least try to.
I find the cake a little bit dense and the icing just a tiny bit runny, I guess. But I love the flavors of it.
Liar.
I think it was definitely a mistake to put that on her menu.
I love it. I love the icing. I love the carrot cake.
Well, that was painless.
Definitely a little bit easy.
Like everything else she served tonight, it was too simple.
Might want to keep that to yourself at this point.
Once again, you delivered me a plate that looked phenomenal in front of me. And I was not disappointed when I put it in my mouth.
So maybe Katherine's found her calling.
If I could see Katherine doing something else, I'm gonna say rodeo clown.
Me, a rodeo clown?
Yeah.
Why not?
I'd love to see her in a barrel getting slammed by a bull.
I think that you would be a great teacher. You know, you have the knowledge and you're always dressing up.
I wouldn't trust myself with kids to, like, not corrupt them. I think that if there were children around me, by the end of the day, they'd, like, all have knives or I'd turn around and be like, where'd you get those knives?
And they're running with scissors.
Yeah. I don't know.
Marsha would make the most amazing teacher ever.
Ryan should be a cruise ship captain.
The only thing I like better than being me is being a discharged seaman.
But will it be smooth sailing for Katherine?
I am going to give Katherine an 8.
And if everyone else matches Genevieve's score and higher, Katherine will take the lead.
They're gonna score me 35 or 36.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah!
The moment of truth.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's not what I ordered.
If I come in last place, I'll be really, really shocked.
I really think I got this. Boom shakalaka laka laka like a boom!
I should win because I had a really creative evening.
If I don't win tonight, I should get a medal for just being a good sport.
Well, it's time to find out.
In last place is Jenevieve.
Yeah, go!
There we go. Yeah.
Tied for 3rd place is Craig and Marsha.
Nice, nice.
In second place is Katherine. And the winner is Ryan.
So in the end, Catherine's food just couldn't make up for her temper.
You get to do my dishes.
I'd score Katherine a little higher if it wasn't for the fiasco at the beginning of the night, but I'm gonna give her a 7.
Tonight deserves a 7.
I didn't really feel welcome in Catherine's home, and I liked probably about half the food, so I'm giving her a 6.
All right!
Yeah!
No, don't throw my money, baby.
That's yours!
No. Save some room, because after dessert, there's an aperitif that I like to call $1,000.
It is the first one I ever lost. But I'm okay with it. It's called growth.
I hate him. I feel really happy that Ryan won. I feel like he deserved it, and I didn't come in last.
Tying with Marsha, that's kind of a shock. We couldn't even eat her entree.
I really need to go to a tequila bar now.
The victory tastes like Marsha's elk. Oh, no, it doesn't. It tastes way better.